Hey, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome to the Damsels in Debate sidecast, Dorks in Debate. Yes, this is, I think, our second one, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we were finally getting back on the ball here.
Like a month later.
I know. I'm your host, Tina.
I'm your co-host, Vanessa.
Yay. And now this is a special episode because it's the first in our triannual awards season thing that we're going to do. Yeah. So what we decided to do was break the year into three sections, basically. The first half of the year, starting in January, all the way to, let's say May, because May is technically when the summer movie season starts. So from the beginning of the year to May is going to be our... You came up with a good name for it. What was it?
Oh, Swing.
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 Our swing.
It's a combination
season.
of winter and spring.
Yes.
Swing.
Exactly. Our swing season. And then
This makes me laugh. Swing.
starting from May until Labor Day, Labor Day weekend will be the summer movie season. That's probably the biggest one, or the most movies coming out in that season. And then from then to New Year's would be our Falliday season, which encompasses all the horror movies, all the fall movies, and all the holiday movies. So I think that's a good breakdown, wouldn't you say?
I think so.
Yeah. So this episode we are going to do, will be on the summer movie season of 2013. Just put the date in there, whatever. And we're going to keep
In
it
case
short.
there's any confusion.
Right, exactly. This is the summer movies of 1997.
That would be fun. Just go look up the list and be like, oh, I remember that movie.
Exactly. 1998 was a great year for a horror movie. No,
Jeez.
But anyway, this is for this year. And we're going to keep it short. We only have a couple categories, but I think we've got some pretty good categories.
Oh, yes.
So to start it off, let's see. What was the best? You know what? Let's go right into it. What was your most enjoyable movie of the summer of 2013, Vanessa?
Oh, well, I gave this up on
Yeah.
our last podcast,
Spoiler.
but I just bought it too. It has to be Star Trek in the Darkness.
Yes.
That was my most enjoyable movie. Just overall, just the acting, the plot, the cinematography, the special effects, everything was so good in that movie. I just I love that movie.
Yeah, that was a great movie.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that one. I actually saw that twice. I
Yeah,
think, with
we
you,
saw
right?
we saw it as a big group, and then you and I went on a little separate date and saw saw it again. So
Yeah, that was good. If I didn't pick my movie, I probably would have gone with Star Trek.
Oh.
But my pick is Pacific Rim.
Well, I knew that would be it.
Yeah, that's another one. It's pretty obvious. There's no big surprise there. But that movie, I just had so much fun with that movie. And the same kind of thing, the special effects. Oh my God, those fight scenes between the Jaegers and the kaiju. Oh goodness, I was totally nerding out during that movie. And yeah, there were a couple little storyline parts that I wasn't completely convinced with, and some of the characters were a little flat, I think.
Yeah.
But just everything else to me, I just enjoyed it so much. The soundtrack, the effects, I really, really enjoyed that.
Oh,
movie.
I left that out of mine too. I love the soundtrack for
the
Star
soundtrack's
Trek
really good.
Into Darkness. Yeah.
Yeah, so okay, so you've got the winner is Star Trek Into Darkness and Pacific Rim.
Yay!
Okay, you want to pick the next category?
The next one is going to be the hottest character.
Ooh. Oh, one thing we will mention on our website, we're going to put a post because we both saw a lot of movies this summer, but some of us are, I saw a couple movies that Vanessa didn't see. So we'll give you our nominees, what we're picking from here, because there's quite a few indie movies and more not gigantic movies that came out that we both didn't see either. So obviously those won't be in the running.
Yeah.
But this is our podcast, so we pick what we want.
Yeah, so there.
Exactly. All right, so the hottest character, oh boy, the hottest character of the summer movie season. You want me to go first?
Yes, you go
Okay,
first.
mine, at first I was going to pick, I don't remember the character's name now, damn it. Charlie Hunnam's character from Pacific Rim. But the more I thought about it, I'm going with Superman, Clark Kent from Man of Steel, because... Sweet Jesus. I mean, you've seen the commercial. I know you didn't see the movie, but
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I couldn't pick that because I haven't seen it.
Ooh, boy. He's got those gorgeous eyes. He's super tall.
Theo just thought of Hercules, the rippling pectorals.
Yeah. Whoa, he's definitely the hottest character to me. All right, now who did you pick?
You're probably gonna laugh at mine. It's more of like a joke, but I was serious about it too. Mine is from This Is the End. It's the Backstreet Boys. Because everyone was like, "Oh, the Backstreet Boys!" So I thought they were hot in that sense because everyone loved them. They were all like, "Oh, I love them," and they still look good, and not hot in the sense of like, "Oh, it's sexy character." Like I went more in just hot as in like everyone was crazy about them and stuff.
Oh, okay.
So like even though it's not a singular character, like I have to pick the Backstreet Boys from This Is the End.
That's okay. I wanted to pick that for you. So that's interesting.
That just kept popping in my head. I was like, I gotta write it down. Like that'll make Tina laugh too.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got the Backstreet Boys from This Is the End and Superman from Man of Steel.
Yay, for hottest congratulations.
Yay. Okay, let's see. Oh, okay. Well, we'll go into a slightly sadder one, I guess. The Biggest Letdown, a movie that you were expecting to be great and just didn't live up to the hype. And it could be your own personal hype or just hype in general. But to you, what would you go with?
Well, I was stuck between two. It was it was between World War Z and The Conjuring. And I ended up going with The Conjuring just because I hadn't seen a scary movie in a long, long time. And I really wanted to be like spooky scared, like I had the ghosts and everything. And it really did not scare me that much. And I get scared pretty easily. Like you were watching a Chainsaw Massacre last night, the prequel, and I was like, covering my eyes and stuff. So I get scared very easily, and that movie really let me down. So that kind of stayed more in my mind than World War Z. So I had to go with that one, unfortunately.
Well, actually, we agree. That was my pick too, and it was the same thing. It was either that or World War Z. World War Z. Once I found out it was rated PG-13. And when I saw the commercials, I knew that it was going to be, a watered down zombie movie. There were parts of it I still liked, but overall I didn't really like that movie, and it was disappointing. But I was kind of expecting it.
Right.
But with The Conjuring, because James Wan directed it, and it's got Patrick Wilson and Lily Taylor, all these good people in it, and then like the hype around the movie was crazy, and just hype like from Twitter and IMDb and stuff, and also from people I actually know who saw the movie hyped it up for me, and I'm like, oh my god, this is it. This is even if Insidious 2 lets me down, that's okay because The Conjuring is going to take care of it. And
Rob was saying how he really is unsure about seeing Insidious 2, even though some people have said that it's really good because he did not like Patrick Wilson in The Conjuring. Like, he really hated the movie. I said, we can't hate Patrick Wilson because of the movie.
Awesome. Yeah, exactly.
And he said, yeah, but that movie left a bad taste in my mouth, so now I'm like, I don't trust it.
Tell him to watch The Watchmen or something else.
Yeah. You can watch Phantom of the Opera, babe. You'll love him.
Exactly. He's in a big variety. He watched the A-Team. There you go.
Okay.
But yeah, definitely The Conjuring. And it's not that it's a bad movie. It's a good movie the way it was made and stuff. But it wasn't scary. Like it did not scare me. I did not have trouble sleeping. If I have trouble sleeping, then the horror movie did its job. And that one, not at all. No. So yeah, that was the most disappointing. I would say.
No, we agree.
Yeah. So yeah, we got the same answer on that one, and the same runner-up answer actually.
All right. Our next one is going to be the most surprisingly enjoyable movie of the summer.
I like this category.
Yeah, I like it too.
Okay, so mine, when I first thought about it, my first pick was going to be Fast and Furious 6 because, it's the sixth movie in a series. It's about car racing. So I'm like, I don't know. But then just the more I thought about it, I was like, okay, I knew it wasn't going to be a superb movie, like storytelling wise and stuff, but I was still going to enjoy it. And I did end up, really enjoying that movie and stuff. But the one that I'm going to go with, that was my runner up. The one that I'm going to go with is You're Next. Because that movie I totally thought was just going to be like a throwaway slasher movie. The only reason I went to go see it is because it was free. And, I met some friends there and that was it. But wasn't expecting anything from it. And again, it's not the best movie or anything, but it's a lot different than you think it's going to be. And it was really, really enjoyable. I was very entertained throughout the whole movie. So that's my pick. You're next.
Mine will probably surprise you. Mine is actually Pacific Rim.
Oh, really?
Because I went in that movie, like, and of course I had, like, Rob speaking in my ear, like, oh, it looks like a Transformers ripoff, blah, 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 blah. Like, so I just saw, like, Godzilla-looking things and big, giant robots, and, like, oh, this is not my type of movie. I'm not really going to, but everyone seems really excited about it, so I'll go.
Oh, right,
So, like, oh, this will be interesting, IMAX 3D, that should be cool,
Yeah.
But, yeah, I was very much pleasantly surprised, like, wow, this movie's really cool, and, like, kick ass, and right. Normally, like, action is more your category. So for me to really like it, I'm like, oh man, it's a great movie. So that pleasantly surprised me.
Oh, that's awesome.
Surprisingly enjoyable movie.
Yeah, now that I think about it, I remember you were just like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
We'll go. Well, good. Yeah, I like that category. It's a good one because it takes a minute, to think about it. Let's see. I'll save the fun one for last. So our next category is best scene in a movie. And this, of course, is just, acting or stunts or
could be anything.
Effects. Yeah, just overall, what scene had the most impact on you where you're just like, wow, that was awesome.
Okay, I had to think about this one for a little bit. I was like, man, because I have a lot of scenes like from Star Trek that I really like, but one that really just popped into my head because I remember the theater going, oh, was on Pacific Rim again when they're fighting the one kaiju that can fly, and they go up all the way up, and she's like, this is for my family, and she has a sword and cuts it apart. I was like, oh, yeah.
That was awesome.
I got chills thinking about it. Like, that was just so awesome. So that, like, saying, like, I'm going to have to say that's the best scene ever because even everyone was, like, cheering and stuff, and then,
that was actually my runner-up scene.
Oh, okay.
That
I have a runner-up too. Yeah.
Oh, what was your runner-up?
My runner-up was from The Great Gatsby when they finally reveal Gatsby and he turns around and is like, the toast and everything. But that, like, it's impactful, but it definitely did not, like, give me chills and, like, I didn't, like, freak out. But I thought those were really, like, finally they reveal him.
Yeah, was, the build-up was really good there with the music and everything. Yeah, that's a good one too. I didn't even think of that. My runner-up was that scene in Pacific Rim, just because, the thing breaks out its wings, and you're like, what the hell? Where did that come from? And then, her with the sword and stuff. Woo, that was a good scene.
Yeah.
And I also, even though I didn't really like the movie all that much, in World War Z, the opening of the movie, where just, all the chaos breaks loose on the street. I forget if they're in New York or they're in some
Philadelphia,
city.
I think.
Oh, Philadelphia. Okay. Yeah, that I thought was done well because it just felt really urgent. I wish the rest of the movie had stayed that way. But that scene I thought was very good.
Is that when, like, the cop is like, get back in your car, and then he gets, like, smacked out of the way and stuff?
It's just like a wave that starts coming through the streets and stuff, and they're trying to outrun it and everything. So, I thought that was done well.
I thought about that, too, with all the people climbing up, the zombies climbing up over the wall. Like, that was a really cool scene, but it didn't stay with me as much just because they kept showing it in the preview.
Yeah.
So that's why it would have been more impactful, I think, if they had hidden that.
Right, if it wasn't in the preview.
Yeah.
Exactly. But my best scene is going to be the after the credits scene in Fast and Furious 6, which takes place in Tokyo, if you remember. And
yes.
Where Han dies and you meet Jason Statham's character. Just because I was like, sadly I found out that Jason Statham was going to be in the movie before the movie came out. So I was expecting him to show up somewhere, but then halfway through the movie I forgot. And then when they started that scene, I was like, oh my God. And then they're like in Tokyo, and I'm like, finally, they're going to explain what's going on with Han, because I watched all the movies right before I went to go see the 6th. And I had never seen Tokyo Drift before, and I watched it, and I was like, what the hell? Han, like, totally just died, and he's in the 4th, 5th, and 6th movie. I don't understand this. So I was waiting for that to get explained, and I love when they, like, tie things into other movies, and they wrap up storylines. I hate when there's big, plot holes that are just left. So Yeah, that scene. I love that scene, and I love that Jason Statham is going to be a bad guy in the next movie. So that got me so psyched for the next movie. So that's going to be my most enjoyable scene.
I remember looking at you, and I was like, "What? Who's he?" And then you looked like you wanted to hit me.
I was like, I can't possibly explain this right now.
Who's this guy? Like, I don't know. He's a nice voice, I guess, but I don't know who this guy is.
Oh, you know what's something I noticed, and I don't remember if I've mentioned this to you or not, but you remember how you were talking about there's this certain type of English guy you seem to like, and they usually are lanky, pale, very soothing, calming kind of British guys. I tend to go for more of the brutish British guys. Brutish, yeah, that was hard to say actually. Brutish British guys, but yeah, like Jason Statham, Tom Hardy, Mark Strong. Love them all. And they're British, but they're a different kind of British.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I can definitely admire and everything,
saying,
but that
like
just seems to be what I gravitate towards. I don't know.
Right, exactly. Where your preferences lie.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm a sensitive girl, I just
I need a manly man. But yeah, okay, so those were our best scenes. And okay, best for last. Best villain. I think I'm probably going to know what you pick, but
of course
let's
you
go ahead and hear it.
I could surprise you, like the guy on the to-do list. No, of course I have to go with Khan from Star Trek in the Darkness.
Right, yeah.
I mean, I could have said Marcus from Star Trek in the Darkness because he was the villain too, the admiral who like turns on him
RoboCop?
at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I could have changed it to that, but no, it definitely was Khan just because Benedict Cumberbatch with that voice, said like I am better and better what everything,
Yeah,
and then he gets them on their side and then he turns around again.
Yeah, definitely. Well, my runner-up were the kaiju from Pacific Rim, just because there's so many of them and they don't, they're not here to negotiate or anything. They're just doing their thing. But no, mine was Khan also. He's very impressive, and yeah, his voice was perfect. And I've never seen the Sherlock Holmes series that Benedict Cumberbatch is known for, but I know he's got a pretty big fan following, and I'm like, whatever. But no, he really impressed me in that movie. I thought he did a great job. He's very intimidating, and I think he nailed the role. He did it perfectly. So, yeah, definitely him.
I was watching that scene again where he's in the glass thing, kind of like how Loki was.
The Loki holder, yeah.
But he it's like I had every reason to believe Marcus had killed every single one of my family, and he starts crying and stuff. He's like, Kirk, is there anything you would not do for your family? And it's a really moving scene.
Yeah. He's I'm looking forward to some of his other stuff because I've never seen him before. There's another movie coming out. I think it's called The Fifth Estate. It's about I don't remember his name now. Julian. Whatever. I'm sorry, guys. I don't remember the guy's name, but the guy, the guy who did the leaks with the government and stuff.
No, I know who you're talking about. But I don't remember
his name. But anyway, Benedict Cumberbatch is playing that guy, and it looks good. It looks like
they're doing a movie about that.
Yeah,
already.
Yeah. Well, but yeah, he's good. Hands down, he's definitely the best villain out of all the movies. But yeah, the kaiju were my honorable mention. I'm trying to think of anybody else that's stuck out at me. General Zod, Michael Shannon in Man of Steel was good, but he wasn't anywhere near Khan though. Yeah, those were the only ones that really stuck out in my mind.
The guy in Iron Man 3, the guy who you thought was a bad guy, he turns out to be
the
just
Mandarin.
a goofy guy. Yeah, the Mandarin.
yeah, he was interesting. But yeah, it's like, is he really a bad guy?
Yeah.
And then I also liked I don't know his name in the movie, but Jason Clarke's character in White House Down. Again, he wouldn't be anywhere near the top list, but just mentioning him. That's all I can think of right off the top of my head.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are our awards. There's no physical actual award, but those are our picks. I think we've got a nice little variety going here.
Yeah.
And yeah, so our next season is the Falliday season, which I guess now has started, and that'll take us all the way to the end of the year. Let's see, what have we got? We've got Insidious 2. Also Catching Fire and Thor, Dark World.
Oh, God.
What else? Those are the only ones that I can think of, like the big movies I can think of. I know there's other ones. The Carrie remake is coming out. But yeah, I'm not really all that excited about that one.
I'll see that, like, a free,
a free screening.
screening for that. I'll see it.
There's that race car movie with Thor, Chris Hemsworth. Yeah, those are the only ones, the big ones that I can think of. I know there's more, but whatever. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what our choices will be for that. But the summer movie season is definitely the biggest. There was a lot to choose from.
Some great movies that came out this summer.
Yeah,
That's for sure.
Definitely. And I pre-ordered Pacific Rim. That comes out October 15th. So I'm excited to see that again. Crystal clear Blu-ray.
Do you want to promote where you got that from? Because they were so awesome.
Oh, I got it at Movie Stop. And you know what I found out, actually? Movie Stop is not nationwide. That's
really?
Yeah, it's only in I think it's only in, like, the South, really. So, sorry if you guys don't have a Movie Stop near you. But, yeah, I love Movie Stop. They because they do trade-ins. I really like that they do trade-ins because some movies that I bought, I'm like, why the hell did I buy this? So, yes, they do trade-ins. So, you're able to, put your trade-in money or whatever towards a new movie. So, yeah, good for them. I like that store.
Free plug for you guys. You guys are awesome.
Exactly. But, yeah, definitely check online because not everywhere has a Movie Stop. So, yeah, those are our awards, our double Ds.
Congratulations,
those are the name
winners.
of our, congratulations, winners, and the honorable mentions.
Yes.
And we'll put something on the website about these. And if you, any of our listeners, would like to tell us what your winners would be, that's always, we'll take that into consideration. And I know there's stuff we probably missed. And there, like I said, there are quite a few movies that we did not see. Like, I know neither of us saw After Earth. Did you see The Lone Ranger?
No.
No, I didn't see that either.
Or that was a flop.
Well, so
It's like
After
RIPD, I heard, was a flop.
Earth. Yeah. Well, that looked kind of interesting, though. But yeah, there's definitely a few that we did not see. So if you would like to send us any recommendations, greatly appreciated. And if you disagree with our choices, that's fine, but we'd love to know why. We love banter. I know a lot of people disagree about The Conjuring, so that's always one that we lose. But
I changed my mind about it.
Yeah, no, that's how I feel. And trust me, I wanted to love that movie so much. But yeah. If you would like to send us any feedback at all, you can post it you can add a comment on our website on one of our blog posts. Our website is damselsinDebate.com. And you can also send us a plain old email at damselsinDebate@gmail.com. And you can also find us on Twitter and Facebook. Just look for Damsels in Debate Podcast. That's it, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty much everything.
So.
We're also on iTunes and Stitcher. You can subscribe to us that way, and then that way, your episodes will automatically download. And you can also give us feedback. I think you can give us feedback on Stitcher. I'm not sure. But I know for sure you can do it on iTunes also. So, yeah, that's it. And we look forward to the Falliday season.
Yay.
Yay.